wrench.
Hi everyone, Shane Stevenson, Director of Museum Collections, along right behind me Alan Jordan, Maintenance Foreman, and on the deck there is John Branning, there's the little wave, Superintendent of Ships and 22-year Navy vet, Senior Chief. Today we are in the aft torpedo room of USS Croaker, and we are going to try to diagnose. So we've brought some water on board. She has about a 5 degrees starboard list, and if you can believe it, the Buffalo River is down probably about 4 feet, which allows us to maybe check out one of the areas that John Branning has said the torpedo tube on starboard might have filled with water. So John, what are you doing right now?
What we're trying to see is whether or not this torpedo tube, because right now the Croaker has a starboard list, it's about a 4-degree list, and believe it or not, because the sub is empty and she's not loaded out with anything, so she sits relatively high in the water. It doesn't take much to make her tip one way or the other. And so what we're trying to see is whether or not this tube has water in it.
Okay.
And as you see, the upper 2 tubes are open, and you can see, looking down the tube itself, you can see the outer door.
Correct.
What I'm hoping is we do not have a breach through the outer door at the end of this tube. But
Lower tube starboard.
Lower tube starboard, because you can hear the sound of it. Can't tell whether there's water in it or not by a tap method.
So what you're planning on doing right now is, are you going to open a valve, or are you going to try to open the actual hatch?
Oh no, yeah, we're not opening the hatch, not like these.
Okay.
You see these plugs?
Yes.
All right, you have plugs here, here, and here. These are inspection plugs to see whether or not you have water in the tube. And you do have sight gauges, but due to the years, they're not credible. And so you open a hatch, let's say, and you see all these little water ports. There's one here, and that's what I'm trying to get open. But unfortunately, again, probably the last time these torpedo tubes were actually used, even for training purposes, were prior to 1968. So the chances of them
Being able to access them.
yeah, to be able to access is kind of shaky. My predecessor, Chief Warrant Officer Marvin Curry, who was the original superintendent of ships, told me that one of these torpedo tubes breached, and because they used to open them all 4 of them, and it flooded this old torpedo room. So the idea was, okay, we're not going to ever open them again. But they had not navies, but they had the police divers come in and actually seal up the outer doors, and so they're welded shut. But that doesn't mean that
There's not some break in integrity there or something. Yeah.
exactly. So that's what I'm trying to do. But
You want me to get a monkey wrench so you got some teeth?
well, I'm afraid I'm just going to wring it off.
Okay.
So because
Hello everybody.
again,
How you doing today?
Good.
Enjoy yourselves?
Yes, really interesting.
Good.
do you have any questions?
I don't know, John, did you this is where this is a birthday trip for him.
Oh, very cool.
good.
Very interested in
This is
US
the birthday
military
guy?
history. Yeah.
Oh,
Where are you guys
we're waiting
from?
all afternoon for you. If you would please go up there and close that hatch so we can take off.
Right here,
Yeah.
they wrung that one clean off.
Yes.
And that's what I'm really afraid
Yeah.
that I'm going to end up doing. But it's like I've already started rounding this one off. I crushed that one. So next one is this one. If I don't get it open, I don't get it open. But
Right.
again, it does. You can't tell, and that's what's aggravating me. Yeah, it's just wringing that off. I don't know if even using a pipe wrench
Right.
is gonna help matters. Cause this hasn't been pulled out of here in forever. Try another one.
It's almost like we should have the square handle to sit on that,
Yeah.
to keep it from rounding out.
Try one more. This is a bigger plug.
on board.
Oh, I'm getting this one to turn. Come on, baby. Dang it. It started again.
Yeah, I saw that. Aha.
Really?
Yeah, once you get that loose, then it,
Sweet.
well,
Well, you might want to step aside there, John.
Well, it's gonna spray out that way.
Oh, okay. Thought it was pointing right at you.
No. Now let Shane do that one.
Ah.
This looks dangerous. You go first.
yes, and I'll be like, yeah, let's go.
Speaking of which, have we been down Sullivans yet?
Nope.
No,
Okay.
all right.
Trickle. Nope. You ain't got jack.
All right.
This ain't it. I'm gonna leave this out though.
So we're definitely taking the tank then.
So you think that it's totally empty because there was no water that came out?
Right. Because this is, you know, the lower sight gauge. I mean, it could have grease in it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Because they, you know, you see it, the tubes were all totally greased.
Oh,
Yeah. You had a creeper that was specifically designed. The guy would lay on that, and the guy would have
Yes.
to grease the tube after every shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like fun to me.
Go on, sick call for that one.
And the other thing is, I crawled all the way back to test that door just to look. And when you get in there and you have to oot yourself back to 30 feet,
Yeah.
that ain't fun.
I would do it.
No, that's mind-boggling. Yeah, the routed creeper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way to go. I mean, you can at least have a rope tied to it and they can yank you out quick.
I can't even do an MRI without being medicated.
I got you. I understand completely. No, this thing.
I just
dead
don't understand
dry.
why you can't go in backwards.
That would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
No,
Just
ain't
turn the
smart.
MRI upside down.
Nope. Nope. Ain't nothing in there.
And the bubbles aren't working in the actual gauges themselves.
But see, it's kind of fuzzy, where like this one,
Yeah.
Oh,
those are
yeah.
shiny.
really, really clear. And you can really tell there's no water in that. Just
Yes.
like that one. This one is yellowish,
Right.
and so it's,
You don't trust it.
you don't trust it. I mean, we can always open it now.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, you got Shane excited.
But the thing is, this is the problem. What I don't like. I think it's a bad design. Like I'm a naval engineer, right? But
Do we need to,
damage control 101 is you never open this side first, because the hinges help hold the structural integrity. But the way you crank the hatch open is here. That loosens this
yeah, it
ring.
loosens the teeth.
Yes, and the whole thing shifts and pops open, and so if it blows open, you're gonna have to short to force it back
Yes.
closed, and then you gotta get over here
Got it.
to do that. I don't think, I'm not gonna be here, but no, not with this. This wrench ain't big enough. And this opens the outer door.
Yes, it does.
So I'll show you, like, for this one, for instance. Oh, he's got it tied up. Okay, put it
Yeah.
on this one. Okay, enough. See?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's how
That's
the ring
what that
turns. Gotcha.
So that is
Like I say,
traditionally,
this is, if you, just common sense tells you, you know, you're here,
Yeah,
And that thing blows open, that's hitting you
You're
upside the
done.
head.
you're dead, you're
done.
dead, you're probably dead.
especially depending on your depth. If you're 300 feet down,
Oh,
which you wouldn't
the
be to fire
pressure.
a torpedo,
Right.
but even 50 feet down, let's say,
pressure is-
you got 30 feet of freaking water, you know?
There's really no,
And you go, oh yeah, bam, and you're getting a face full of water. And there's everybody and their brothers trying to force this door shut,
Forget it.
and
get over on that side of the pocket.
it doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
To me, it's suicidal.
But that's the only way to open the hatch door?
Yes. Wow.
And that one didn't open.
No, I could probably hammer it, but I don't like, I'm not gonna sit there and be pinned. No.
Wow.
And this is Branding, didn't raise a fool. Sometimes an idiot.
How long did you do in the Navy?
Huh?
How long were you in the Navy?